What's up, y'all? We back at it again with another video, and I got Sasha once again. It really should turn into a me and her little podcast because she stay in this joint, but she just been loving the vibe, pulling back up on me every day. It's been a consistent method. We out here really making history, you know, thinking of a bigger plan to get the heck up out of this city. But what's up, guys? We back at it again, and the new topic today is being a college athlete, and we are both experienced retired college athletes. So we're gonna definitely talk about that. Let's get into it though. Hey, plus y'all gotta let me know how y'all like Sasha's little mix on that last video. I'm gonna put my part in there, but I ain't. Y'all wasn't ready for that because I really got. You feel me? Y'all, we gotta let y'all ease into it. We ain't just throwing out that good content right now because if we charge y'all for it, y'all know y'all might. I'm just playing though. But what's up, y'all? But I did a poll on my Instagram story. I think I said it right. Is it a poll? Yeah, I think it is. POLL. There you go. There you go. You hear me? But I did one on college athletes, abortion, violence, and BBLs. I guess nobody was really messing with all them other ones, but y'all definitely was messing with college athlete. So let's talk about it. So how many years have you been playing basketball, Sasha?
Um, well,
This girl go pause.
I started playing basketball for real, like I would say middle school. No, elementary. I was playing basketball elementary, but I feel like I got better. I started in elementary till college, and then I really stopped playing my senior year of college. So I did not play my senior year of college.
Really? Oh yeah. You sure? I forgot you did. You did. I forgot about that. Yeah, cause I didn't play my what was it? It was my senior. So we both set out our senior year. We both set out our senior year. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
And I wasn't even mad. Like at this point, I'm about to graduate. Like
I wasn't mad either. At this point, I just knew that I wasn't playing anyway. So what was the point of, you know, forget it. Just that's how I looked at it. I was good, but I ended up going back because I feel like. But honestly,
was it worth it going back?
yes, because I got a master's degree. It was worth it. It was well worth it. But from a mental standpoint, I feel like it taught me a lot. But to fill up those feelings that I was feeling like I needed to go do this to prove this, or just, you know, by the time season was over, I didn't really care no more because at the end of the day, who are y'all and what I gotta do to prove? You know what I'm saying? Like I won't even if y'all don't mess with me, I won't know y'all after this either. I just mess with my teammates. I don't have to talk to no other. You know what I'm saying? But I stay engaged with those who stayed engaged with me. You know what I'm saying? I stay in contact with those who talk to me. You know, but when it came to basketball and being a college athlete, I feel like carried a lot of weight. You carry a lot of weight being a student athlete, you know. Being a college athlete is really, really hard because it's like once you sign that dotted line to be a college athlete, your life is no longer your life. Your life is that coach's and a university's life. When you walk around everywhere you are, they basically see that college across your forehead. Ain't nothing else. You know what I'm saying? They don't see you. Some people see you for who you are, but they see you as you hoop for. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be like, "Oh, hey, Jenny, girl, how's?" You know, they gonna be like, "Oh, you play for." That's how it is being a college athlete. So you have to be like cautious, especially when you know when you'll be around people and what you say and what you wear and how you carry yourself because people are watching. You know what I'm saying? Why every time I really dislike people. It be them no call IDs and it be them free calls. It be like stop calling me and I don't even know how I get my. That's what I get for filling out stuff online. That's what gets you. And then you push that agree in terms. That's especially what gets you. But we're gonna get on some other different topics. What do you say? Like, what is your intro to like being a college athlete?
Uh, like, what you mean?
You know what I like? How is it? Like, what is
How like it benefit me and stuff?
Like, what do you feel that being a college athlete, like, how is it? Like, how is being a college athlete? Like, you was in school for 3 years, 4 years, being a college. You've been in college. You had to do school. You had to play basketball. You had to juggle all that. You had the time management, all of that. Like, how is that for you?
I would say, it was a mind game because there was so much thrown at you. You had to organize yourself. Like, okay, at this time I gotta be here. At this time I gotta be this. I gotta take this much time to study. This much time to, you feel me? As long as if it ain't 12 midnight, all my assignments is due. It's all in. Then I'm cool. I can hang with people. But besides that, like, I was really by myself. Like, I was hanging with like 2 other people and stuff, but I just felt like it was going to end soon, and eventually it's going to be my senior year, and then boom, like I said, COVID happened.
Yeah.
And then I was like, it's like I prophesied type shit. I was telling them, I'm like, the athletic director went to a football game. The whole team have COVID, and he was there. Like, he was riding a bus with them and everything. Like, dude, you with all them, like, for 5 hours? Driving back to another state, you with them for 5 hours, you telling me, and then he comes back the next day to train, like, to do weights. You ain't notify us, was like, cause we ain't trying to, like, I'm not trying to.
Okay, now you done lost me because you didn't carry it all the way over.
No, you said I was college, and then I was.
No, not like, okay. I feel like when I put out like hot topics, like when I'm speaking on topics, I'm trying to break them down from like a mental aspect of how was it being a college athlete, like coaches,
Yeah,
running,
I said it was more of a mental thing. Like me, it was more of a mental thing.
Yeah, so like, I'm saying like break that down. Like when it came to you trying to get out of your comfort zone with basketball or trying to please a coach so you can get minutes, or not having time to self-care for yourself because you always got to be at practice or workouts, or you got homework, or not, you got to be time management to juggle, stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. So how was that from your side of things? Because everybody's different, and I feel like I had
understandable, but it's like I could just say like my household, like we're very like like we get things prioritized sometimes, so it's like
it was basically you adjust to it easy.
Yeah, I adjust to it easy because I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm gonna just get it done. Like, but mentally, like I know I don't like it, but I'm just have to get it done.
So like, how was you able to do that as a college athlete? Like, how was you able to mentally? But that's what I'm saying. For people that ain't got the experience, these young kids out here now that's lost, that don't know what it is to, like, the dedication. Okay, I feel like, for example, when I was basketball program and we're juniors or seniors and we got freshmen coming in fresh out of high school, at the end of the day we don't know what they went through, where they came from, how they had to get it. But then you come here and it's different coaching styles. It's coaches that yell at you, it's coaches that be there for you, it's coaches that don't care about you, it's coaches that just see you as money, it's coaches that see that you can get them win them games. But them players don't know that mentally that's all coaches really beat on. That's why I feel like I want them to be aware of that, because players then they get emotional and drained because they like, dang, this coach just don't care about me, or this coach just want to yell at me. But that's because maybe their parents shuttled them or pampered them or had a different type of discipline on them, so they're not used to that aggressiveness. So then that pushes them away from, like, is this really worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, those type of things you go through when it comes to basketball. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's different from everybody, because I didn't see like freshmen come in that just mentally, like, now that they free, they acting wild, they with the boys, they partying, but then they still want to do basketball. But then the coach is like, oh, you're not really focused. So instead of them actually figuring out like why are you this way? Are you free now? You need to, and then telling them to tune it in to something else, find a different outlet than doing that, get in the gym more, But some of them don't know that. They might just like, all right, since you don't want to get into work, because once you get to college, it's a whole different ball game. These coaches is not waiting on you no more. They leaving you. They will sit you on that bench. So I'm saying, like, if you sitting, once it get there, if you don't want to, some coaches will not tell you. If they don't feel like you fully good enough, they won't tell you. They just sit you, and then that sends somebody mentally into the wrong direction to the point where they change their love for the game. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I had that time in my basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. You can be in a team where you shooting all the buckets. You score big buckets the whole year. You MVP of the team, top all of that, and then you get to another scheme and you like nobody to them, because it's different. It's different when you get to different programs. It's really hard to be a college athlete because it's like you gotta please that coach. You know what I'm saying? In order for them to play you. Not even like please them, but you got to hit their qualifications in order to touch their court. No way, no how that you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way that you're gonna touch the floor if you don't. It's really hard for you to get that, that feeling of just play ball. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like what makes it hard for college athletes is we come in thinking, okay, we just about to play ball, but these coaches want more out of us. So then that puts us, some people take it as, okay, I gotta lock in. But then some people mentally take it as, dang, this is hard. I didn't have to, because we know when it comes to talent, some of these girls come from all over the world, but they talent in their conference and their high school in their town is not as good as different talent. So once you get out, you feel me, get out there and hoop, and you see a whole different, talent, you like, oh, you ain't really like that. Yeah, you not like that. So that means you gotta really lock in. But some people are not mentally ready to lock in, and I feel like that's where it comes to being a college athlete. It's really hard and different, because I didn't have my high school coach told me, he was like, you ain't gonna play D1 ball because of your upbringing. Just because I live in the hood don't mean I couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? And my daddy made sure, my mama made sure I stayed out of the streets, out of that, getting pregnant, all of that. Made sure I made it out so we, you know what I'm saying, so I can have something in life. You know what I'm saying? So for him to say, just because I'm from the hood don't mean I didn't make it. And I signed a full ride scholarship to play D1. You know what I'm saying? So I played D1 for a year. You know what I'm saying? I played. So that was just word. And you know how I say word told weight? I still remember those words from this day. He told me that 6, 7, 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like when it comes to being just an athlete, a college athlete is on a whole different level. College athlete is like really hard. You have to mentally be ready to dedicate yourself to that sport. If you're not ready to dedicate yourself to that sport, please do not take yourself out there, because you might mentally mess yourself up because you thought you was ready and you took that step out there. Now God did smack you to the ground because he like, you thought this was gonna be easy. No, it's trusting the process, and some people ain't ready to trust that process. Some people like, because I know some hoopers that really is good in hooping, but they rather go play on the game, sell weed, or smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people that's not really focused. So say they really make it, got a little nice little scholarship, make it to college, hit them, bam. No, they can't really do it. Like, they back in the streets. They back on the game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not mentally ready. It could be some people that are like, oh, I can still do this and stay here, play the game, do what I gotta do, hustle, do, you know what I'm saying? You can make it that way, but everybody don't think that way. So I feel like college athletes, it's just, you gotta have that dedication, time management, and consistency. If you don't have those 3 things, I feel like it's gonna be really hard to be a college athlete. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you truly know your coach before you go to that program. Don't let them calling you 20, 30 times a day persuade you. They gonna do that. They need you. At the end of the day, they need you. But make sure it's a best fit for you, because not every coach has your best interest. Not every coach really care for you in the long run. You might not never hear from that coach ever again. So just make sure when you go to a different program, or from a college standpoint, make sure it's right. High school standpoint too, because when we get in these big states, you know, these college coaches and high school coaches is really going hard to get these kids into certain prep schools and stuff like that. So just don't let a coach pressure you into anything. Do what best work for you and never rush the process, because it's a long process. It comes to dedication, time. You don't, when you sign that dotted line, your time is not yours no more. It's that coach's. So be ready to do that and know that you really, I feel like now when it comes to basketball, it's more of a business standpoint now. I feel like they paying kids to hoop, even though we should have been had that, because we was really, back in the day, we had that exposure. We could have really made some money, but now that I'm out of school, y'all wanted to start that a year later. So now it's like coaches is out here telling kids, you sign a 4-year scholarship with me, we give you $100,000 once you leave, but you gotta stay at this program 4 years. So I think now it's just really a money business scheme. Basketball is changing. The game of basketball is definitely changing. So when you sign that dotted line to be a college athlete, just know that it's gonna be different. And just know what you're walking into, and just know that it's going to take a lot of time management if you want to still do your self-care in basketball, because mentally coaches don't really focus on what you're going through. Honestly, I feel like they just need you to show up to practice, be there, boom boom boom. They don't even know if you just had to write a 20-page paper last night and you didn't get no sleep, but they still want you to show up and practice and go hard. Like, how can you mentally, you know what I'm saying? It just, they don't think about that. Some coaches do. I'm not saying every coach, but some of them don't. And then they bring their emotions to practice. It's different, you know what I'm saying? Every program's different. I'm not speaking on no programs I've been at. I'm just speaking on experiences of how I felt. It's just, you know, and seeing different things, hearing from different, I know numerous of student athletes. I know athletes that couldn't even like she said, when COVID hit, I know athletes that couldn't even play ball. They lost their scholarship because they didn't get vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get on a different topic with that. When it comes to vaccination, I definitely want to hit that, because I feel like that's a whole different, you know what I'm saying, to a different standpoint when it comes to vaccinations. But I just feel like once you become a college athlete, it's a lot of, you gave your life to them. So, like, that's what I mean when it comes to, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I get what you're saying, because at the end of the day, I feel like what you're saying from your standpoint is that when it comes to who you are and your culture and your discipline, basketball, determination, because you was built, you was in the gym, you was working. I feel like your determination was just get it done. At the end of the day, you might hated it, but you was just trying to prove people wrong, and you was trying to get it done. And I feel like it didn't really stress you out. But sometimes I feel like it got overwhelming to the point like, dang, I'm trying to please everybody. What can I do for myself? And I feel like that hits you after you said forget basketball, you know what I'm saying? And that hit me once I dropped out for COVID. I feel like, dang, because I used to, when people ask me what you gonna do with that, I'm gonna go play overseas or WNBA. That was my dream. I never thought what my life would be without basketball. So when my knees got hurt and all that, and I almost wanted to quit, but I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But then when I actually sat out for COVID and I didn't have basketball as an outlet no more, I was like, oh, this is real life. So boom, I locked in, and I got to a bag, and I ain't looked back since. But I still try to figure like, okay, let's see if you can finish your basketball career out strong. But you know, life lessons, you learn, you move on, and I got 3 degrees out of it, free, debt free. I'm blessed. I can't complain. But being a college athlete is truly hard. You have to be mentally strong for that, because it can mentally mess you up. And I know people, sorry for those who've gone, but I know kids that have really committed suicide because it became so overwhelming on them. Juggling school, finding time for yourself to be happy, and say that the coach is not playing you, and that's something that makes you happy. If you're not getting played, then that makes you sad. You don't know what they do to a person. So you just got to be mentally ready for all the things you're going to go through being a student athlete. So, but you know what I'm saying? So how do you agree? Like,
yeah, I agree. Like, everybody see things or do things differently, so mine was more like just get it done. And yeah, and I quit ever since, like I was talking about, like the COVID situation. I said, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm not about to, I gotta find something else, you know? And I already had it coming. Like, sophomore year, it already presented to me, you know, my purpose. But I didn't know it was my purpose. I thought it was just something that I'm going to put in the back of my mind if basketball don't work out.
Yeah.
So, fast forward 2 years later, I quit playing. They was telling me to stay. I was like, heck nah. Like, I ain't wait. If I'm not appreciated, I'm not about to beat her. I'm not appreciated. I'm not about to beat her. And I'm gonna be silent ever since. You ain't gonna hear from me ever since, you know.
And you know what I want to say too. I feel like because my mom, she actually told me it's this guy that's from here, but he doesn't have like the family support, but he has a full ride scholarship. I don't know if it's in sports or it's just education, but I feel like for those kids of need that don't know what to do, just figure out if it's something like, okay, say your parents is not there, you don't have the support from your parents, they're out there working, or drug addicts, we don't know, whatever your parents is going through, you don't have that support from your family. If it's a way for you to get out, do it, because at the end of the day, it might change you to make you a better you never know. God does everything for a reason. So if you out there and you got scholarship for education, basketball, or sport, any sport, do it. But if that's something that you feel like you can go do business right now and you can pop it right now and you feel like you don't need basketball, then you don't have to do it. Do not limit your goals and dreams. If you're dreaming bigger and better than sports and education, then go do that, because at the end of the day, you can still be successful without going to school. Because I done been to school for 5 years. If you're not going to school to get a doctor, a lawyer, top-notch degree, it's no point, because half of the stuff you learn in school is really not educating you on. It's only educating you in that job field. And if you don't, basically, they're training you and getting you ready to slave your whole life in that job field that you got your degree. But I want y'all to think bigger than that. I don't want you to belittle your dreams. I want you to think bigger than that. So if you feel like you can think bigger than a basketball scholarship or education scholarship, do it. Don't limit yourself. But if you feel like basketball is where you can make it, or any other sport where you can make it, or you smart, where you can do that. I'm not stopping you. But I want y'all to just never limit yourself. And just understand, being a college athlete is really a lot of dedication, a lot of time management, a lot of consistency, and you don't really get a lot of time to yourself. You really got to find time to yourself, and the time that you get to yourself is really when you're in the shower or you're studying, but you still got to focus on school. It's just a lot of dedication when it comes to being a college athlete. Just know the sacrifices. A lot of sacrifices have to be made to be a college athlete, and you really got to have a lot of self-discipline in order to be a college athlete. But if you think you can do it, go do it. If you think you're bigger than it, then go do that. Never set no limits on yourself. Just like, comment, subscribe. I hope y'all like this podcast. I hope I ain't talk too much. It's kind of a little long, but I feel like I can keep going on that because I done been through things being a student and being an athlete. I feel like we can, but I'm actually going to start getting a little more athletes. I think I might bring a couple more on here to talk about it, because I know teammates that have been through things. I know men that play football that want to talk on the topics, and I'm gonna bring guests in. We're gonna talk about it more. But we got this podcast. We about to get engaged. We about to have fun. We want to do hot topics. We're gonna stay consistent, and I'm gonna keep dropping videos every day. If y'all watch them, I'm gonna drop them. So I got a video coming, and we got bangers after bangers. You out, Sasha? You out?
You already know.
Hey, she been over here chilling, just zoned out. She told y'all last week she be zoned out. She's so zoned out. She boring now. I'm about to kick off my podcast. She's 5 videos in. She's not giving me no energy. So we definitely about to skaboodle.
You killing it.
We're going to add it back in here, though.
I'm just amazed.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But never set no limits on yourself. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video. And let's get this video to 30 views. You feel me? I'm setting boundaries. I ain't trying to overdo it. You feel me? Let's get it 30 views. My biggest video 32, so I can put it on 30. Let's get it there. You feel me? We talking about college athletes. It's a lot of people out here that want to think they can make it in basketball, but all I want to tell you that if you think you can make it in the basketball or football or volleyball, soccer, golf, any sport, even chess, if you think you can make it, do that. Bowling, you think you can do that. Don't set no limits. But if you think you can go bigger than that, do not limit yourself. Do that, because the sports full ride scholarships is a control system. Just know that's a control system. Bigger than that is a freedom system of you doing what you want. So just choose which one you want. Just know that you're under a coach's. Once you sign them papers, you under a coach. That's your whole representation. You represent that school, that program, those teammates. You dedicate your life to that team. That's what happens when you're a college athlete. But if you feel like you bigger than that, go do it. You know it. We out though. I hope y'all like this little podcast. We out of here though. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hey.